The Malay, Chinese, and Indian community are among the largest races in Malaysia. All the races practice their own culture, and this lifestyle is shared among the races. After staying under one roof in Malaysia, people start sharing their culture with one another. In fact, these values have long been cultivated since the 15th century in Malacca. They are not pure Malay, Chinese, or Indian. They are known as the Peranakan. The birth of the Straits Chinese, also more commonly known as the Peranakan, were immigrants from China who intermarried with the locals during the 15th century. It is said that the Malacca ruler at that time, Sultan Mansur Shah, married Princess Lipo of China, who brought 500 maids with her to Malacca. The maids then settled here and started families with the locals in the Malay archipelago. A second version of this history says that Chinese traders who traveled to Malacca and Penang for business settled down and married the local women. The patriarchs are originally from China and were called Babas, while the matriarchs were indigenous women married to the Babas and are known as Nyonyas in the Peranakan community. Malacca and Penang were both important ports for traders around Asia. It is also where the Peranakans settled and rooted their family. The Peranakan houses can be found in Malacca and Penang. Till today, the houses are very well preserved but are now used mainly to attract tourists to both states. As an overview, a Peranakan townhouse basically consists of 5 sections on the ground level, namely the reception hall, a sitting room, an ancestral hall, spacious courtyards, a kitchen, and the washrooms, whereas the first level is the bedrooms and bridal chamber. Here in Penang, the late Kapitan Chung Keng Kwee's mansion was bought by a developer who then turned it into a Peranakan mansion as a tourism site. On the ground floor, the interior rooms have high ceilings. The floor was laid with tiles which has Dutch designs. Furniture in the Peranakan house is all made by wood carved in Victorian style. Tiny pieces of marble and mother of pearl were added on it as a design feature at the same time, created a cooler hall because marble is said to have cooling effects. A reception hall is a place for the guests. Without any permission, they are not allowed to wander around the house. A sitting room next to it is usually used by the Nyonyas. It is also known as Tia Gelap, meaning dark space. Back in those days, unmarried Nyonyas sit in Tia Gelap to peep at guests through small openings dividing the first and second halls, as they were not allowed to be seen by guests. The dividing was carved with designs of flora and animals such as fishes or birds. These ornaments, among other things, reflect not only the wealth of the owners or tenants, but also their status or position in the local community. The ancestral hall is an important section as the Peranakan practice the Chinese religion. Similar to the Chinese, filial piety is an important element to them. On the altar, the Peranakan place the Chinese goddess statue together with their ancestor's name. Similar to Chinese shop houses, Peranakan houses have 2 courtyards. This is where the Peranakan adults spend their leisure time having parties where they dance the Dondang Sayang. Fresh air enters the courtyard to circulate around the other sections of the house. When the rain falls, it is a symbol of wealth flowing into the house. They also enjoy playing their famous Cheki, Mahjong, and other traditional games nearby the courtyard. Another attractive part of the Peranakan house is the staircase. Constructed by hardwood, the stairs are intricately carved with gold leaf gildings even on the underside. These stairs are usually seen in the houses of wealthy Peranakan families only. The upper level usually serves as bedrooms. To some families, the first bedroom serves as the bridal chamber. The most important room of all is the bridal chamber as it represents a family's wealth and status. On top of spending for other traditional dowry items, expenses would go to bridal chamber, which is furnished with carved wood. Sometimes, this carved wood are even gold-plated. No expenses were spared as the bridal chamber was the quintessential symbol of a family's wealth and status. The bridal bedroom is the most elaborately furnished of the upstairs bedroom. Similar to the Chinese townhouses, timber floor is used for the upper level. Except for the bathroom equipments used were very much based on the Victorian interior design. In addition, different designs of Dutch tiles were used for the wall and the floor. These tiles could also be seen in the balcony of the Peranakan house. The pilasters and columns covered with plaster motifs complemented with Chinese words designed on windows and doors. As a whole, Western and Chinese influences are clearly seen in the Peranakan house. Apart from the exquisiteness of the Peranakan house, the Peranakan food has also made its name as one of Asia's renowned cuisines. In Petaling Jaya, a city in the state of Selangor, Section 2 houses many restaurants serving Peranakan cuisine, and Bibi Cheek is one of them. Established since 1996, the 13-year-old restaurant is opened by Mr. Dan and looked after by Cindy Tan. Nyonya Catherine works as a supervisor to maintain the standard of their food, and she never doubts her employees' cooking skills.
The staff in the kitchen has been with us from almost day one. I think they are consistent, but every dish that comes out that is repeated and all that, we try to taste it a bit. But I think when you have staff that are for you a long time, they are more consistent.
Nyonya Catherine's presence is significant to Bibi Cheek restaurant as Peranakan food is not easy to be prepared and only Nyonyas know to cook the best type of Peranakan food. In the olden days, Nyonyas were not allowed to go to school, but instead had to learn about sewing and cooking. The future mother-in-law will taste the Nyonya's cooking to see if it is tasty enough for her to be suitable to marry into the family. So what is so unique about the Peranakan food? Peranakan food, also known as Nyonya food, is a mixture of Chinese and Malay cooking techniques. The emphasis of their food stresses on the raw ingredients that were widely used in the Malay food, such as lengkuas, rempah, belacan, santan, onion, pandan leaves, and so forth. The evidence of Chinese presence in Peranakan food is dishes with pork, which the Malay Muslims were forbidden to eat. Among the famous food are ayam ponte, asam ikan, and buah keluak. However, Bibi Cheek restaurant prefers to share the Peranakan food with other races as well.
Bibi Cheek here is running a business. We would like our customers from other races to share our Peranakan dishes. That's why we make our dishes to suit the taste. We have to eliminate pork, it's pork free. That's it. So at least people from other races can come and enjoy Peranakan food.
The most well-known dish is asam fish. It is among the favorite food for Malaysians because of its spiciness. The asam fish is just like any other Peranakan food. It's not easy to make.
The asam fish, to be patient. When we make asam fish, the fish will be steamed to the right consistency, where it's not too overcooked or it's undercooked. And the sauce has got to be boiled. I told you the mother tongue sauce. The sauce has got to be boiled, and we have to add to refreshing it up with extra sweetness. With sweetness, we have to put in more fresh herbs like lemon fruit and others to make it more fragrant.
It is a norm that Nyonyas put a lot of effort to cook the Peranakan food. Since the olden days, they were not given with exact measurement of the ingredients. Instead, great care is taken to make the food.
The ingredients has to be fresh and need a lot of patience to make a good dish. The process of cooking means that you take time, you take trouble to count the ingredients, to make it fine, presentable, looks presentable, and that's a real achievement on the table for you.